"Goodbye, Mom," Trusty Tate called, waving from the school bus packed with explorers as he pulled away from the school. "Goodbye, Mrs. Tate," Rachel Walker, Trusty's best friend, shouted. She was waving too. As the school bus made its way through the village, Rachel turned to Trusty. "Isn't it great that your explorer leader is letting me come to your mini jamboree?" she said happily. "Well, you are staying with me this week, so there is no way I'd leave you behind." "Well, and you are an explorer too, even if you are not in our troop." Rachel nodded. Both she and Trusty were wearing their explorer uniforms. "I am really looking forward to this," she said eagerly. "What did you do last year?" "We met up with another troop of explorers, just like we are doing this time, so there were lots of us," Trusty explained. "We played games, ran races, and there were prizes too. Then we roasted marshmallows around the campfire." She grinned. "It really was just a big party in the woods." Rachel's eyes opened wide. "A party?" she gasped. "You know what that means." Kirsty clapped her hands to her mouth. "Oh, I didn't realize," she said. "We will have to be on the lookout for goblins." Even though Kirsty and Rachel seemed just like all the other explorers on the bus, the two girls had a special secret. They had become friends with the fairies. Now, whenever their fairy friends were in trouble, Kirsty and Rachel tried to help. Trouble usually came in the shape of cold, prickly Jack Frost and his goblins. Now Jack Frost was doing his best to ruin the secret party for the Fairy King and Queen's 1000th anniversary. The 7 party fairies were helping with the preparation. Jack Frost was trying to stop them by sending his goblins into the human world to ruin as many parties as they could. Then, when the party fairies came flying to their rescue, the goblins would try to steal their magic party bags for Jack Frost. He planned to use the party fairy's special magic to have a fabulous party of his own. "Yes, we will have to keep our eyes open," agreed Rachel, as the school bus came to a stop in a large clearing in the woods. "There are already lots of explorers milling around. The other troops had arrived. We can't let the goblins steal any of the party fairies' magic bags," she added firmly. "And we won't let them ruin our day either," Trusty declared, looking determined. Mrs. Talbot, Trusty's explorer's leader, opened the door of the bus. "Here we are, girls," she said with a smile. "Put your bags under that big tree and then we will start some races." The explorers on the bus cheered as they jumped to their feet. Rachel and Kirsty were the last to leave. As they stepped off the bus, they both looked carefully around the clearing for any signs of goblin trouble, but they couldn't see anything out of the ordinary. "There are lots of places for goblins to hide here," Kirsty whispered to Rachel. As they put their bags under the giant oak tree, "Gather around, girls," told Mrs. Talbot, who had been chatting with the other explorer leaders. "Mrs. Carter, we are going to start with an obstacle course. We need 4 volunteers from each troop." Kirsty nudged Rachel. "That sounds like fun," she said. "Should we volunteer?" Rachel nodded, and they both put up their hands. "Jenny and Emily," said Mrs. Talbot, pointing at 2 girls. "Oh, and Kirsty and your friend Rachel, you can be our team." Kirsty, Rachel, and the other girls watched closely as Mrs. Talbot showed them the obstacle course. First, they had to run along a wooden balance beam. Then they had to scramble under a net, run along the top of a row of overturned buckets, and then made a shot through a basketball hoop. To finish, all four members of the team had to jump into a rubber boat and row across the wide stream that flowed along one side of the clearing. "It looks hard," Kirsty said nervously. "Not as hard as trying to outwit goblins," Rachel replied with a laugh. As the two teams lined up, the other explorers began cheering for their teammates. Mrs. Scudder blew her whistle and they were off. Johnny ran lightly along the beam first, followed by Rachel, Kirsty, and Emily. "If anyone falls off, they have to go back to the beginning of the plank and start again," Mrs. Talbot warned, but both teams made it across safely. Then they began to wiggle under the net. Rachel and Kirsty's team pulled ahead slightly, as one of the explorers on the other team got her barrel caught in the mesh. By the time she was free, Rachel and Kirsty's team had already run along the row of buckets and was trying to shoot baskets through the basketball hoop. "I'm horrible at this," Emily said anxiously to Kirsty. As they watched Johnny then Kirsty make baskets with their first shots. "Don't worry," Kirsty replied. "Just do your best." But after Kirsty had scored, it took poor Emily 6 more tries to get her basket. By then the other team had almost caught up with them. "Quick, into the boat," Rachel shouted. They all jumped into the little inflatable boat and grabbed the paddles. But as they pushed off from the bank, the other team was running up to their own boats. "Paddle harder," shouted Johnny as they made their way to the middle of the stream. "They're right behind us," Kirsty gasped, glancing back. Then suddenly she felt cold water seeping into her sneakers. Surprised, she looked down. Water was pouring into the boat, and she could hear the hissing sound of the air escaping as the boat began to deflate. It had sprung a leak.